All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Splash, and today I got my homie from the Discord, Havoc. Havoc, if you want to say what's up.
What's up?
So, Havoc today has agreed to um, go ahead and debate me on Sensui, one of the main villains, arguably the main villain from Yu Yu Hakusho, versus Madara Uchiha, the main villain of Naruto. Recently, getting into Yu Yu, I've grown a hate boner for Naruto, and I'm not sorry for it. Um, but Havoc, he's a Naruto fan. I still am to an extent. I just think Yu Yu's superior. But today we'll have the villains duke it out. So, do you want to go ahead and start with why you think Madara would win?
All right, yeah. So I think Madara would win because he's similar in power to Sensui, if not a little bit stronger, and he's just got like hella hacks that he should be able to overcome Sensui with.
All right. I think Sensui wins because he definitely has the AP and raw power advantage, and that's all he needs to overcome those hacks and take the W.
All right.
All right. So, what do you want to go over first?
You want to do AP?
Yeah, sure. So with Sensui, we could even suppress Sensui would be above planetary. I know people cry about, oh, they thought this one scan was debunked years ago. I don't know where they're getting that from. Even if it was different, it doesn't really matter to my argumentation. I will get you this scan.
In fiction?
I'll post it in just big news.
All right.
Let me see. Sorry, I had to sneeze. In chapter 37, page 14, it stated A-class demons have the powers of the gods from ancient myths. So this would be, planet-busting gods at the very least. However, we know this is just generalized A-class. I can also get you... oh, God, hairball. I can get you the scan, one sec. It's one of the scans I actually do have on me. There's the scan where he explains, and these gods of all the religions would include, gods that create Earth, solar system stuff. So you could take it, massively higher than that. He would know. He would be knowledgeable on this too because he's dealt with that class his whole life, as well as once being a part of that class. And he's significantly smarter than Yusuke and stuff like that. Let's see. On top of that, we know Toguro is average moon size level based on calcs. I'll get that for you. Toguro is hundreds of times weaker than than Sensui suppressed. Where is this?
All right. So you're going over A-class Sensui or S-class?
Well, yeah, I'm just going in order.
All right.
So he would be, and low here, I can even low end it. So the lowest A class is minimum would one shot Japan. Chapter 147, page 1. That's how they're labeled, and that's the lowest. But we know there's dozens, if not hundreds of times, differences within A class, which is then transcended by S class, which is what Sensui truly is. And we know that Sensui can't use his true power on Earth because it would destroy it passively. And then you have... so you should have Sensui multiple times planetary by this point, especially when you go into S class. And the fact that A class is bare minimum planetary, they are insignificant in power compared to Sensui. Here's another example of an A class feat. So casual A-class feat, passively from another dimension. The gods, which is Enma Dawi Sama. Sorry if I butcher that to the Japanese geeks, but if he would have found out his stuff was stolen, his anger would be so great that even in heaven and hell, it will reflect upon Earth and the human plane and cause unprecedented damage via earthquake. Chapter 20, page 6. So this means even a passive feat from another dimension, multi-continental level damage at the bare minimum to even surface wiping would be done casually. So yeah, he's multiple times above planetary, if not hundreds of times. And I can argue universal if I have to, but I'll go ahead and let you go over it. Do you accept my arguments?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll let you go over what Madara scales to.
Yeah, so I was going to do, I was scaling 6 Paths Madara to universal based off of him absorbing the Jubi, who is the incarnation of the God Tree, which is stated to create the universe in the guidebooks. I got the scan of that. Let me post it real quick. Where is it? It's right there. A fragment of it, the God Tree actually created it. And then Hagoromo said that the Jubi was the incarnation of the God Tree. And so that's already universal right there. And then Madara goes on to absorb another God Tree, which is another universal amp. So he should be consistently universal, like with that, plus Momoshiki being stated he could infinitely create like a blast. Where's the scan of that? He says in one of the movies that he could make a blast up to infinity. And then in one of the novels, Momoshiki absorbs his dimension, which is shown to be an entire universe. I'll post a scan of that. So pretty much these 6 Paths level characters are consistently universal. And then Kaguya is even stated to destroy her time-space and create a new one. Here's the Momoshiki scan.
How did Madara scale to Kaguya?
Based off of him fighting Naruto and Naruto fighting. Because Madara shoots his Limbo clones out, and then Naruto scraps with him for a bit, and then Naruto goes on to fight Kaguya later.
And how big of a space was this dimension?
It's shown to have a star, an orbiting body, and then I believe a moon, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, so that would be, if I allowed this to stand, that would be insignificant to the power of awakened Yusuke. Let me get you this. Okay, so chapter 148, when he awakens with his demon, cells awaken and his demon gene. It's stated the planetary threats currently listed before, he's infinitely beyond them. And this is relevant because he fights, that's his base, and he fights Sensui and they swap hands. And that wasn't even Sensui at his strongest when he was fighting that. And they both gradually get stronger throughout the fight. So at base, it would be universal for Sensui, at worst.
Yeah. Base Jubidara would be universal. I was saying the Kaguya feat because she was going to destroy the time space, so that would be like a 4D thing, I guess. I'm not going to say that, but that's just more consistency for the universal argument.
Yeah, but the universal dimension thing you're talking about is way smaller than the universe I'm describing, or the power level I'm describing, because that's a finite space, which you said it was like solar system sized maybe, when I showed the power is infinite, at worst, like infinite 3D mass.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't infinite 3D still just be massively beneath anything 4D? That's just how geometry works.
Well, you would have to prove time and space isn't the same level of existence in Naruto. I would, because time, the scientists say time is a construct or a measurement used within space, so you could argue it's just a part of 3D. Okay. And the significance in the AP thus would be based on that. But even if you were to go that route, it should still be at worst universal. But then you have the demon world, which is stated to be endless, vast and endless, which they end up fighting in. And a picture actually shows that it's almost the human plane. Here, let me get you that picture.
So are you like disputing that Madara is universal then, or are you just saying that it's like insignificant to
Well,
Sensui?
when scaling to Kaguya, I'm saying with Kaguya's feat of power, it's insignificant.
Oh, okay. Well, he'd still be universal based off of the God Tree and Jubi feats anyway. So I guess the Kaguya thing would just be not as impressive as the rest.
Okay, so like the most destructive AP, like the best AP argument, it would be the Kaguya thing, though, right?
Not necessarily. If you were to say that that's just not like if it's not as impressive as like universal, if you were to just say that it's a solar system level feat, then the other feats that I've posted would just be more impressive than hers.
Yeah, so compared to the regular universe, it's endless and vast. But it's close to size in the picture comparing the two. So you could argue he was actually going to destroy everything in the universe.
So you're saying he would have destroyed the entire universe then?
Yeah, he should have. Here, let me get you. Trying to find the picture comparing the two realms.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Got it. And an attack that could tear through dimensions that seal universes couldn't affect Sensui.
Okay, so
I can get you that scan too.
Yep.
It's in chapter 147. So Kuwabara, Hiei, and Kurama, all three attack Sensui, and they were for sure that Kuwabara would be able to slice through and kill Sensui because his can cut through universes. Like that's essentially what it does, and it's a physical manifestation of his soul, his spirit energy, and he uses it to tear through the fabric of the universe and go through different dimensions, and it can't even get through the aura of Sensui.
all right, so this universal thing is like not effective against him. So Madara would scale like above just like basic universal, since he absorbed the Jubi, which just a fragment of the Jubi was able to create the universe, and then he absorbs another God Tree on top of that, which is another universal amp. So like basic, universe, he's like at least double that, if not more than just.
Well, can you show me how that equates to AP amp to universal though? I think that's where my confusion's coming in.
Oh, so it's like a chakra amp. So the more chakra you get, it just gets him stronger. So like let me think of how to explain this. So the God tree, it's like a chakra. I don't know if I have the scan of it saying, but they're like it's a chakra like tree, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. And then you absorb that, and the
Wouldn't that have to mean Hashirama's universal?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's ever
Hashirama. Oh,
because he fought the Ten Tail.
yeah. He he like pinned it down with his deity gates.
Yeah, and he beat it. And I don't think there's anything that suggests Hashirama's even above planetary.
Well, the one Hashirama was fighting was weakened Jubi, was it not?
By how much?
It was missing like the whole Nine Tails, and I can't remember if it. I think it just had the. I think it just had the Nine Tails amp from the Kinkaku. Not was it their names? Kinkaku and Genkaku, if I'm not mistaken. It just had the Nine Tails from them, like that chakra.
A fragment of the God tree that gave birth to the universe.
I'll post again.
Do you have anything else for that too, as well?
I was just saying that, and then on top of that, with Momoshiki having these universal feats, and then the Kaguya feat, it's just.
Yeah, like, Momoshiki. I don't think Kaguya scales to Momoshiki or Madara because Kaguya is actually trying to build up in case Momoshiki was coming.
Yeah, let me see if I could find the scan of Well, no, I'm not even trying to say that. I was just saying, like, it's consistent for them to be universal, right? So, like, the Madara having the God Tree feat it shouldn't be super far-fetched for him to be universal.
Well, wasn't there also an issue with the Naruto translations of universe and world being, like, switched?
Yeah, in some instances. But I don't think this one is.
But wouldn't that kind of call into question the validity of universe, the difference between universe and world? Because, like, I know the guidebook said Tamari can blow the universe away.
Well, yeah, that was more of like she can blow the world away, like I don't know how to explain it exactly. Fuck, I don't know how to explain it. Like, to be honest, it's like let me think.
Like, it seems like the best AP power feat seems to be like Solar System, based on the Kaguya thing. That's still a hack, but like,
yeah. Why would sorry about that. Why would we assume that Kaguya, like, creating the new time space? Why would we assume that time is different in Naruto?
Like, well, no, I think you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that scales for AP. That could be a hack.
Oh, so the True Seeking Orbs then are like 40 then?
Because I mean, if you were to attest that time space in Naruto is 40.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, but that's still a hack. That's not like AP.
All right. Well, Madara has True Seeking Orbs, so then even if I were to give you the AP thing, his True Seeking Orbs should scale to be strong enough to kill Sensui.
Didn't the True Seeking Orbs get kicked away by Naruto?
Yeah, they get kicked away because of the 6 Paths power. It's like an anti-hack. So, like, having 6 Paths powers, you're able to
didn't someone else caught it too?
Minato like blitzed it. He didn't get touched. Like, he teleported it away before, like, it destroyed him. Cause, like,
so I don't think they'd be universal then in AP.
Why not?
How did it teleport away before it touched him?
Because he teleported away before it had the time to, like, affect him.
So speed's an issue too?
Yes.
Oh, we could go over speed then too if you want.
Okay.
How fast do you have Madara at?
Let me see if I got the book. One sec. I was taking notes and I was doing some calcs, I guess. I got him to scaling off of Guy. You could get him to 48,000 times FTL based off of the gates being 10 times, like a 10 times amp on stats. I'll post that. Tens of times actually. So like 20 to 90. So you can get him to like 48,000 to like 972,000 times FTL.
Okay, so I have Sensui. You can get Sensui to infinite speed due to this. I've already posted the scale for the vast and endless realm in which they reside. And the reason this is important, I'll post this scan, is S-class demons reside towards the bottom, to where you can't even, you don't, most don't even know they exist. But they have to travel to the barrier at the top, quote top, or it's actually the entrance to the barrier, and it shows it in the picture, in order to get to the human world. And they can do that anytime casually, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop them. But the importance of this is they have to travel an infinite distance.
Oh fuck! All right, so would them saying that like, it's at the bottom, like, would that mean like they're actually there, or just like they're just deeper than the rest of them and they have to travel like this much? Like,
well, it's at an unimaginable depth compared to endless. And they do describe, like in chapter 10, they describe the regular universe as this one girl says, I can hit you to the edge of space itself. But then this is endless compared to everything else.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, then, I mean, fuck if I know. Let me do some bullshit immeasurable Madara, I guess. That's all I got.
I won't let that pass. But
yeah, I know.
Another issue, I'll show you this. The problem he'll have, because like I don't think even basically maybe Madara, you could argue Madara at peak is like base Sensui level, but Sensui does get stronger after the scaling we just did that got them comparable. And the problem is when he begins fighting, there is a passive destruction in which it's stated that anyone that does not directly scale to his AP will be destroyed. Let me get you that quote.
Yep. I fucking, oh god.
Where is that?
I fucking knew I should have taken you up on the fucking speed thing. The equal speed. I fucking knew you were gonna do some bullshit like this. I was like, fuck. I was talking to...
So chapter 150 is where it said, Yusuke and Sensui's passive aura of battle wills cyclones into existence that are so strong that anyone under S-class will instantly die. So it's like anyone under the power level at which he's operating will just auto die. Yeah, so he's going to have the issue with that. As well as if it's not at his power level, he passively negs your attack. And negs your hacks. Like Burning Flames of Hell, which would scale above like even planetary, they couldn't even reach him because of his aura.
So, fuck. Why would him having resistance to like certain hacks mean he has resistance to like all? You know, like
Well, it's shown throughout Yu Yu Hakusho that your AP can overcome hacks of all kinds.
That's like the Dragon Ball argument, though, where like having an AP this high means that you just neg all hacks that aren't that strong. So like I feel like you would have to show resistance to certain hacks. Like,
so what just hack would matter? I can do that. So what hack would matter? What hack would Madara use then?
Let me pull it up. The Truth-Seeking Orbs, where's that scan? Say that they just like, where is it? Right here. It's Minato says whatever they touch it just like completely like negs you and you disappear.
Yeah,
Um,
they wouldn't touch. That's the problem. They wouldn't touch Sensui. They're not strong enough to touch him. He has a passive aura.
yeah. Fuck me. Well, I
That's
guess I
not
would just have.
including steel key armor, by the way, which he makes his defense that much stronger. Actually concentrates it, but
Well, I guess I would just have to say that Madora's truth-seeking orbs like scale above his AP without like so his truth-seeking orbs like scale above his AP without the hack's resistance to him. You know, so like the hacks scales above his AP. Like so Naruto was able to kick him away. Yeah,
but that wouldn't make sense. They would have to scale above Sensui's AP.
No, I know. I'm saying that they would based off of the Kaguya thing, the time space. If we were to like say that it's 4D, then it should be able to body him.
Not to mention the speed thing of where he could just dodge it.
Yeah.
You also have the issue of I still don't think Madara has the AP argument. I'm still not really seeing it because the destruction feat that's an actual AP is like solar system level.
Well, let me post a scan. So it says it's going to like destroy the entire time space, right? So we would assume that it's meaning like geometrical. Like we would assume time is the same in Naruto. We wouldn't assume it's not just because. Like
but it says time space, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it sounds like it's referring to time space as the same thing.
Oh, so you mean like it's gonna like
3D?
Okay, so yeah. I don't know. Fuck me, I guess. I don't know. I guess I gotta concede then. I don't have an argument for it.
That's fine. That's why I offered the speed thing originally.
Yeah. Fucking, I knew you were gonna do some bullshit like this. Fucking knew it.
Yeah. By the way, can you attest that I actually posted scans? Because usually people don't.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, posting evidence. But that Havoc, thank you for coming on for this debate. That's actually usually it's a lot easier to bully Naruto AP arguments. You did a pretty decent job on trying to convince me of Universal. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll be debating someone else soon on the story-wise, a narrative battle. But yeah, it's been your Splash. Thanks for coming, Havoc, and we'll see y'all later.
I was fucking...